Hey everybody, Eric Songer here with you on the What's Happening in the Chaska Middle School West Band podcast for November 11th, 2017. Coming at you from the Songer Studio Cave here this evening. It's Saturday night, and first of all, I just want to say Happy Veterans Day and thank you to all the veterans. We really appreciate all of you, and I'm going to start the podcast off as far as what's happening in the band department by just recapping an incredible Friday at our school. We have a tradition now that goes back almost 15 years now, where we have an assembly at the beginning of Veterans Day, and we started off with a presentation of the colors. And I'm so proud of Amy and Blake and John and Anthony for your performance of Taps outside on Friday morning. It was wonderful out in the cold, doing a wonderful job, respecting our vets and paying tribute to our country. And so that was really, really cool. And then we go inside and have about an hour 15 long assembly. And you could hear a pin drop in that gym, even with 750 middle school kids. Such respect for our veterans, and just understanding, things that are bigger than all of us, and that's what it's all about. And very proud of all the music groups that performed, especially my seventh grade band. Way to go, seventh grade band, in playing all the music that we did. And yeah, it was just a really wonderful day at our school, and it was cool. If you haven't checked it out, go to Care 11. They were there and did a wonderful story on the whole assembly and how we celebrated our school. So that was really cool. So happy Veterans Day to everybody, and I hope you all get a chance to thank our veterans and let them know how much it means for them to fight for us and protect our freedoms and stand up for our country and what we all believe in. As far as other band stuff going on, our schedule is a 5-day week this coming week, the week of November 13th, and Friday is a B day, everything else as scheduled. State Honor Band auditions are due very soon. December 4th is the date that those recordings need to be submitted. So if you are one of those students who's working on that, make sure you're practicing those every day and coming to me or your private lesson teacher when you need some assistance. I should be listening to pretty much at least once a week at this point to help you along in that process, or at least your private lesson teacher is working with you once a week on that. And then I also am trying to recruit some of you to play the tuba, the oboe, the bassoon, French horn. Sixth graders, we need some people who can play bass clarinet, tenor saxophone, baritone saxophone. So if those things interest you, this is the time of year to be letting me know that, and we can get you set up with that stuff. This coming week, I have a couple lesson opportunities for those of you who want to try French horn and tuba. It's the last part of fourth hour on Monday, and those who want to try the oboe or bassoon, the last part of fourth hour on Tuesday. The catch with oboe and bassoon is you need to pay me money to get a reed for those, so make sure you've given me money for those so I can get you a reed before you come to that lesson. And I'll be trying to offer those pretty much every week now until Christmas, excluding the 2-day week before Thanksgiving, so that we can get you going on those instruments. As far as the lesson schedule this week, A-Day, sixth graders, this is a Deep Portage week, woo! And so there will be no regularly scheduled sixth grade lessons this week. We will have those couple new instrument lessons for those of you not going to Deep Portage until Wednesday. Everybody else has lessons this week, 7th and 8th grade. We have the traditional lesson options on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we have the ensembles for 7th and 8th grade, meeting during the wind times on Wednesday and Thursday. And we have the bonus lessons on Friday. And the one thing that's a little bit different is that I can't offer a traditional band lesson during Wind 3 on Thursday, unfortunately. That's because my wonderful advisory students raised the most money for the walkathon, and so we get a pizza party during that last session. So those doing the traditional band lessons, you only have 7 options this week to come, and unfortunately that 8th session during Wind 3, which I know a lot of you really like, unfortunately I won't be able to do that. After school activities, another really busy week, and I'm so pumped about these classes. We've been having a blast. The hip hop group, just having a wonderful time. And we have a special guest coming on Monday. Chris Stoffer is going to be here. He's one of our garage band coaches, and he also helps out with School of Rock a little bit. He directs our high school garage band program. Chris, local Twin Cities bass player, plays in a band called Hitchville, does a lot of freelance work, teaches bass to some of you who are listening. And he's going to be here on Monday to run a live rehearsal doing some hip hop and electronica dance music with our group. So that'll be very exciting on this Monday for the Hip Hop Academy students. Tuesday, we have beginning guitar, and this is our second to last session, and we're going to be learning a ton of new chords and having some fun putting them into some new songs. So excited for that. And then Thursday, Jazz 7 and Jazz 8 meet this week after school, and we've been getting a ton of new music, and we're starting to dig into that. Really excited about preparing for our first performances coming up after the holidays. And then on Friday, the garage band's back in action for their rehearsal. And boy, we had a great time this past Friday learning some new tunes. I got to work with two of the bands, one of them doing For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica, and the other one doing Ants Marching by Dave Matthews. And I was so impressed with both of those bands. So cool. So all three bands have doing a great job. We'll be continuing to work on the two songs that each of the three bands got this coming Friday. So make sure you're practicing that, garage band students. Some other things outside of the school day. Rhythm section, 8th grade, is meeting Thursday morning. I'm going to try to have one of those Scott Bradley songs done for us. So that'll be cool. And then after Thanksgiving, two more groups starting up. Country Bluegrass starting up on Monday, December 4th after school. And then 6th grade jazz band starting up on Tuesday, December 5th after school. Any 6th grader interested in jazz band can sign up at ceforall.org. I also have sign-up forms in the band room. So very excited to get the 6th grade jazz band up and running. Then we'll have all three of them going crazy here after school. So very exciting time for our music department. And it's kind of like the calm before the storm, because after Thanksgiving, it's crazy. It's lots and lots and lots of events and performances to show off these 280 incredible students in our band program, and the many more that are involved in our after-school program. So upcoming stuff this week, we get a little breather after the Veterans Day Assembly. So no performances this week, and also the 2-day week before Thanksgiving. And then things pick up really quick after the holiday, after Thanksgiving. And here's just a quick list of stuff coming up after the month of November. We have the 6th grade trip to Orchestra Hall on Friday, December 1st. 6th graders should have received by now your permission slip from your advisor to go on that trip. You need to return that with $10 back to your advisor by Tuesday, November 21st. So make sure you're getting that back. If for some reason you haven't gotten it from your advisor, let me know, and I can let your advisor know to hand those out, or I can just give you one, because I have some up in the band room too. And 6th graders are going to miss about a half day of school. The entire 6th grade class will be going, and all your core teachers, to go see the Minnesota Orchestra doing a theme concert called Music Telling Stories. And it will include the first movement of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, Flight of the Bumblebee by Rimsky-Korsakov, and a couple other really cool pieces. So looking forward to that. We have a brand new garage band event that I am stoked about. It's just going to be amazing. It's called Rockin' the Suburbs. It's going to be at the PIM Arts High School in Eden Prairie, formerly Hopkins School of the Arts, Main Street School. And we're going to have all three middle school garage bands, both high school garage bands, and a couple of the PIM Arts High School bands playing at this event. There's going to be a couple other surprises in between the different groups playing. It's going to be a free will donation for Toys for Tots for that event. There's no tickets or charge to come. We just want you to come be a part of it, and it'll be our debut performance of our garage band. So really looking forward to that event. It's on Saturday, December 9th at 6 p.m. at the Performing Institute of Minnesota Arts High School, for short, the PIM Arts High School, at 7255 Flying Cloud Drive in Eden Prairie. And then the next week, some really cool stuff. Our 7th and 8th grade bands go to Eden Prairie Mall to play on Tuesday, December 12th. We'll be playing from 11:30 in the morning till 2 p.m. And then the next day are our 13th annual CMSW Talent Show auditions. That will be after school till 6 o'clock on Wednesday, December 13th. There's no sign up for those. You just come and prepare at least 1 minute of your talent, whatever it is you're going to audition with. So any grade can do that. 8th graders this week in band will be signing up for committees, so you'll be able to get a chance to decide how you want to help with the talent show this year. We have 2 really special guests coming the week of December 11th. We have trumpeter Charles Lazarus from the Minnesota Orchestra coming out on Wednesday, December 13th during wind time to speak to our trumpet players and do a short master class. And then 2 days later, on Friday, December 15th, we have the great Nate Babbs, who is a drummer here in the Twin Cities and also a touring drummer, does a lot of recording sessions. He's also the drumline instructor of the Chaska High School Marching Band. He'll be out to do a drum set masterclass with us during 7th hour on Friday, December 15th. And then our 6th graders are going to be caroling through the hallways on Monday, December 18th, and then our winter band concert for all 3 bands, Tuesday, December 19th, 6th grade at 6, 7th grade at 7, 8th grade at 8, all in the CMS West large gym. All the concerts will be approximately 30 minutes, and the kids should be at the school 30 minutes prior to their concert start time. 6th graders are wearing their music shirts and dark pants. 7th graders, we're going to wear red, white, and blue for this concert, and 8th graders dress up nice. So that's the upcoming stuff. Lots of cool things. Going to wrap up this podcast by just letting you know I'm doing a pretty cool thing on Friday. I'm going down to the Iowa State Music Education Convention and presenting my next generation of music education, which is basically talking about a lot of the things that we do here at Chaska Middle School West in our band department. Really exciting to do another one of these. I've been doing these presentations now for about 3 years. Spoken out in Boston, Denver. I was down in Dallas about a year ago this week, actually, for the National Music Education Convention. Of course, right here in Minnesota, many of the colleges here in the Midwest, and it's going to be great to go down to Iowa State on Friday. So I will not be at school on Friday. I will be back in time for Garage Band, though. But just kind of a bummer I won't be here Friday, but that's where I'll be. You can get a hold of me via email, songeре@district112.org. I'm on Twitter at CMSW Band and at Songer Studio. If you want text reminds about stuff going on in band, you can send the message at symbol 17 band 6, at 17 band 7, or at 17 band 8 to the number 81010. There's also some updates for things like rhythm section, jazz band, garage band as well, and my advisory. So I can get you the codes for those too. Just let me know in school or send me an email if you'd like the codes for those. I have this YouTube channel, Mr. Songer's channel. So if you ever miss a band lesson, you can go here and look up the playlist for your band and first trimester. So like 7th grade band, first trimester, for example. Look up the lesson you missed, watch the video, practice along, and then send me a recording or a written summary of what you watched in the video to get credit for those lessons. Those YouTube videos also work really well as guided practice, so you can work on stuff out of your book, scales, warm-ups, other etudes to make you a better player and catch you up with what you missed in lessons or may have forgotten from lessons even if you were there. So anyway, Google Classroom, by the way, has the full lesson schedule and other announcements. I should mention one more thing, too, before I let you go, that the 6th graders, you're doing this Above and Beyond project where you're choosing an act of kindness to do throughout the school. Those are due on Tuesday, November 21st, the day before Thanksgiving break. And basically, all you have to do after you've done your act of kindness is go on to Google Classroom and just fill out the form, do a quick reflection on what you did, attach a picture of an example of what you did, and submit that to me. And so that's due on the 21st, so make sure you get that done. So, all right, so that's it. Like I said, eye before the storm. Lots of really cool stuff going on coming up in December. So again, happy Veterans Day. Hope you have a great weekend, and looking forward to the week ahead, everyone. Have a great day.